I'm Donna Kiss, and you're watching Paint This. Hi everybody. I hope you're all doing well. Thanks for joining me today. For today's project, we're going to do a door hanger. So I bought this wood piece at Dollar Tree for $1.25, Crafter's Square. It's very thin, but it's wood, and we are going to paint some gingerbread men on that wood piece. So what I did is I went ahead and drew these gingerbread men. So before I transfer the image, what I'm going to do is paint the background. I'm just using a large flat brush, dipping my brush in water. I think this is about a 1-inch flat brush. You can use any size that you have, and I'm using FolkArt multi-surface paint. You can use it on wood, you can use it on glass. It's great paint, it's my favorite. This is in the color Patina. It's like a light, like aqua turquoisey color, and I like it because if you're going to use red, which I am, it goes really nice because they're like opposite colors and they complement one another. Make sure and get your sides on this because they will show. And I'll speed this up. You can listen to some music while I do this. Okay, so now I'm just rinsing my brush. I'm wiping some of this paint off here. I really need to do an overhaul on in my studio. Oh, good Lord, by the end of the year there's stuff everywhere. All right, so now we're going to take a blow dryer and blow dry it so that we can transfer our image. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking maybe, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with this background yet, but I do know that I'd like to put some snow on it. So I'll do the snow at the end. Okay, our surface is dry, so now we can transfer our photograph or our tracer. So what I'm using is graphite paper, 2 pieces of it. There's 2 sides to it. This stuff is great. You can use it over and over again. So you can see, I think you should be able to see, there's a shiny side and then there's like a flat side. A not shiny side. So what I'm going to do is just put this over my door hanger, and then I'm going to place the image that I drew on top. I just want to make sure it's lined up. There it is. And then I'm just going to take a pencil, number 2 pencil, you can use anything, and just trace my image. I will speed this up. There we have our image. All right, so we are going to use, let's see, I think what we're going to use is Coffee Latte. Let's see how that color lays out here. Again, it's FolkArt multi-surface paint. And I'm going to take a smaller brush. Use whatever brush is comfortable for you. So to start out, I'm going to use a number, what is this? It's a 1/2-inch flat brush. Let's see how that works. I'm just going to load the paint in. And we'll start at the top. Oh yeah, that's good. All right, so I'm just going to paint inside of wherever the gingerbread is. I love gingerbread men. I think that's going to be my theme this year in my house. And don't worry about these little white areas here. I mean, they don't have to be perfect on the edges of his hands and feet and stuff where the icing is. You'll be able to go over that however you like. Too far there. So if you make a mistake like that, I'm just going to take another paintbrush, dampen it, paint it right off. Okay, you have to do it right away though. If the paint dries, you won't be able to get it off. I'm going to dry it and then I'll come back. So if you saw my last video, I mentioned that I had lost one of my Italian Greyhounds, Keister, last December. It was devastating. But recently, I met a new neighbor, and she had us over for coffee, and while I was there, she had just gotten home. She fosters dogs for a local shelter, and she had a dog there, and I had no intentions of getting another dog yet. I still have Ignatz, the other Italian Greyhound, Keister's brother. Well, anyway, she had this dog there, and I ended up falling in love, and I adopted her, and she's a hound mix. I don't know. I like I said, did not intend to adopt another dog, but I couldn't help myself. So I love her to pieces. She's like doubled in size since I brought her home. It's crazy how big she's gotten. And she just loves little Ignatz, but she loves him a lot, like where she doesn't stop kissing him. I say she's going to kiss him to death. But here, I'll show you some pictures up top so you can kind of see what I mean. I'm painting over these faces here. I'm gonna paint them back in. They're just little circles and super easy, so don't worry about, about this being perfect when you're painting it. Even these edges right here, you can change them up and paint them back in. This is a very, very easy painting. No mixing involved, nothing. So, if you like Gingerbread Man, this is a cute little door hanger to make. But anyway, the dogs. The dogs luckily get along. Iggy is very small though. He's small. And Dixie, the new addition, should have named her Chaos. She's crazy. She thinks that bedtime is playtime. And so when I let them sleep in my bed, I know a lot of people are probably going to comment, "Oh my God, your dog sleeps in your bed," but I'm alone, and I don't care. I like having my dogs close to me, but she thinks it's playtime and goes bonkers. I can't get her to relax. So I may take her to this local dog school that they have here for training. I'm not sure yet. I'm still working with her. I might be able to get her to do it on my own. Sorry, I hope I didn't go off camera there. I might have. It's because I'm busy blabbing. It's a little thick here. Too much paint on my brush, I guess. This might need a second coat. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. And you can make these into little girls if you want. You can dress them differently. Maybe you want to make little cowboys or whatever you like. Whatever your theme is. I don't really have a theme. So I'm just making plain old gingerbread man, except for the Santa on the top. So it's a little Christmassy. Make sure you paint over your pencil marks. The graphite paper is nice because it kind of disappears when you paint over it. This is a great project for beginners, kids. And again, I went out of the lines. Oh my goodness. Just wet a brush and go over it, and you can remove it. Like I said, do it right away. Okay, rinse my brush off. Okay. I hope the lighting is okay in here. One of my lights went. I have to get a new light, so I'm working with what I have. Okay. Here's our gingerbread man. I'm going to dry that and I'll be right back. Okay, so after drying it, I decided to do a second coat. I got a glare going on here, so I'll hold it up so you can see it. So I did 2 coats of the coffee latte. Next we'll do the hat. Okay, and we're going to use red. So let's see what color reds I have. We're going to use apple red. Again, FolkArt multi-surface paint. Okay. Put that left, and I'm going to turn my project upside down. I'm sorry about the glare. I'll try to hold it for you until I think this time what I'm going to use is I have a small Filbert brush, and I'll load up my brush. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking if I want this to be bright, I'm going to have to put white underneath it first. So I don't want to smear it. So let's do that first. We'll do an undercoat of white. I don't want to mix the red with the white because then we'll get pink, and I don't want pink. So what I'm going to do is just give it the undercoat. There's a little pink in there, but that's okay. It's going to get covered. But I am going to rinse my brush. And while I have the white out, I may as well do the areas where the icing is. Again, this is probably going to need 2 coats. Make sure that the brown or the coffee latte is dry so that you don't get that color mixed in with your icing. I'm just going to put a thin coat on there. You might want to use a round brush for this part. So I'll let that dry, and then we'll come back and do a second coat on that. Oh, I forgot one part. Forgot the furry part on his hat and his little pom-pom. I'm just doing little circles here. Give it a little bit of texture. That'll do. Like that. Okay, I'll wait for that to dry, and then we'll come back. Okay, so I'm back. I actually gave the Gingerbread Men a second coat of the what color did I use? I think it was Coffee Latte. Yep, Coffee Latte paint. And I'm going to, and this is nice and dry now. This is actually the next day. I had to come back. I had to go to work yesterday. I'm going to do a second coat of white over the hats, and I'm using a Filbert brush, and I'm just loading it with some titanium white, and I'll speed this up. All right, and there we have our second coat of white. I didn't go over the pom-pom or the fur on his coat. Oh, you know what I want to do? I'm going to actually do white over the bow and the scarf as well, because I don't know what colors I'm going to paint those yet. And whatever color it winds up being, I want it to stand out nicely. Okay, I'll go over the little scarf. If you're not comfortable using a Filbert brush, just use either a rigger brush or a round brush. And I might as well do the star, in which case I'm not going to use the same brush. I'm going to actually use a round brush so I can get to the points. Alright, so I don't know what number round brush this is. It doesn't say. But just anyone that you're comfortable with. I'll just paint a little star up here. Just fill it in. Okay. That'll do. Okay, so next I'm going to do the Santa hat, and for that I'm going to use apple red. You can use any colors you want on this, you know. As always, use your imagination. I know when I do my paint parties, I like to encourage artistic freedom with the kids or the adults, you know. You don't have to do what I do, but I just give them a basic idea and then let them run with it. Okay, so this one I am going to use, where is it? My Filbert brush, I just had it. Okay. All right, so I washed my brush off, drying it on my paper towel, and now I'm just going to load in some red. I'm actually going to turn my project upside down because I don't want my hand to go in my star. All right. Because it's wet. This I'll probably end up doing 2 coats of. When I paint too, after I pick up paint, sometimes I pick up a little too much because I have a heavy hand. So what I don't do is touch the edge of where I'm going to go. I kind of lay the paint down in the middle and I pull it from there so I don't get big blobs on my edges. I just made little swirls, that's all. This is such an easy project to do. Okay, and I kind of pull in the direction of the hat, and I think this part here is behind, so I'll pull this one down and I'll pull up here. I'm going to do a little bit of shading on that. Yeah, that will need a second coat. Okay. Okay, for the star, I'm going to use some color gold that I have. I have many different golds. I'm out of my FolkArt antique gold, or treasure gold. That's my favorite one. I have to get some more. So, let's see. I do have DecoArt Dazzling Metallic, which is a gold color. It's champagne gold, and I have some FolkArt Glitterific that I'm going to paint over the top of that. That should look pretty. So we'll give it a go and see how it looks. Oops. See what I mean about a heavy hand? Alright, so I'm going to go back to my little round brush and load it up. And make sure I'm on camera here. Yep, I am. Alright, and as I load it, if I want a point, I just roll the brush and bring it to a point. And I come down the middle of the star first and then do each side of the star. That way you get a better point. At least I think you do. That way, and your paint doesn't get all over the edges. Yeah, this color looks pretty. So go down the center of these and then on each side. was thinking I should have one holding maybe a candy cane to balance out that red. We'll see. I don't know. And let's just do this one here. Oops. Some more paint. Just want to get this one edge here a little bit off here. That's better. I don't want a perfect star. I want it more of a whimsical-y sort of a star. Looks like I might have picked up some white by accident. Oh, maybe the white underneath wasn't dry. I don't know. Okay, so there's the star. Now, let's see. Okay, so I think I'll give him a little green scarf. So what do we have here? I'm going to use bright green. And I'm going to use my same little round brush that I just had. And when you put your brush down, if you just touch it without applying pressure and then pull and then push it down and then start to lift it up, you can get away with doing it almost in one stroke. Okay, and then I'll do a little knot right here. It's like a little C almost. Just like that. And then I'll do the back part of the scarf first. And then this piece would go in the front. I'll use that same technique where you push. It's all about the pressure and how you're loading your brush. So he's got a little scarf on there. I'll probably come back and put some polka dots or stripes or something on it. I don't know. Okay. And I think just to keep it simple, what I do, instead of adding the candy cane here or here, I'm just going to give him a red bow. That'll balance out that red on the top. You can add it though if you like. So what I'm going to do first is just paint everything in red. Okay. I hope you're not getting a glare. I do have a different light on tonight. I found another light, so hopefully, because the other one broke, this will do. I'll know after I'm done shooting the video. This is just a really super simple bow. And I'll come back and do a little bit of shading on this as well. I did make this side just a little bit. You know what? That'll do. I think what I'll do is take a little off the one side. So I just rinsed my brush out and just take a little bit of this back here. There we go. Okay. I'm going to give a second coat to the hat of red. I'll do a little highlighting. I didn't sand the wood before I started painting. I should have, but okay, here we go. The green looks good. I don't have to do a second coat on that. Okay, then what I'm going to get is use my Posca pen. So I have a set of these. These are the, I think this is the medium tip, I want to say. I'm going to use a black one. This is the fun part. Okay. I'm going to draw their little faces on. So you have to make sure that the paint underneath is dry before you use it, and you want to test it like on your plate or whatever on your palette. Just push it, make sure the paint's coming out and it's not gushing out. So on this little guy, I'm just drawing 2 little circles and a smile. Simple. Right, and then I'm going to give him some buttons. I'll give him 3 because he doesn't have any clothes on there. This little guy, I'm going to kind of have him looking to the side. And feels like he's tipping over, I think. So he's like, whoa. And this little guy, again, 2, they're like little ovals. And I'm going to make him have an open mouth as well. So it kind of looks like they're wobbly. Okay, you can give them eyebrows and stuff if you want. I'm not going to yet. Oh, and I have to give these guys some little buttons. These Posca pens are so great. They just make everything so easy. All right, now I'm gonna add to the hat too. I forgot. I want to go over this part of it right here. So all I'm gonna do is I'm taking my Filbert brush once again. I love Filbert brushes. They are my favorite brushes to paint with. Make sure your red is dry. And I'm just dabbing so I get a textured sort of a look. Do down here first. And a little bit up here. Yeah, that's good. Okay, there might be a couple of spots that I want to touch up. Now is the time to do that. You can paint this on a canvas or, you know, whatever you want. But I thought it would be cute for a door hanger. I'll put it, I have a little classroom in town. I teach piano, so I'll hang it on my door. The kids will like it. I'd like to do gingerbread theme in my home as well. So any place you feel that might need a little bit more cover up, just touch it up with the paint and be done. We're not going to do anything fancy with this one. I just wanted to keep it simple so it's beginner friendly. Okay, so now we're going to do just a little bit of shading on the hat. So I'm going to take a tiny bit of black, a tiny bit. And I also want to put sparkles on the star. I did go give the star a second coat of gold while I was off camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this blending. It's a Lunar Blender brush from Princeton. It's a number 25. These are great. They're hard and soft bristles. You may have seen me use them in other videos, and they're great for blending. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, here, I'll use this, just a tiny bit of black, mix it in with the red, so I get a darker red color. Just a little bit, like that. And then I'm going to just pick up a little bit on my Lunar Blender. And I want to be able to, you know, for you to see where the hat bends down into the bottom part. So I'm going to blend right there. I have to go over that with a little bit more red. And then inside of the bows, just going to do just a little line. Very, very simple. I'm rinsing the Lunar Blender. I'm just going to pick up plain red now. I'm going to go over a little bit of the area. Went a little too far with the blending here. Tap some of the red back on. I'm actually going to go back in with the with the round brush here. I'm going to put a little bit more red back on my palette. Oh, there we go. I just need a drop. Just blend a little bit. I know I said no mixing, but this is minimal mixing. There we go. I think that looks good. Okay. I'm going to use the same brush again, and I'm going to pick up white using the small round brush. And I'm going to load it some white. And I'll do little stripes. On the scarf. You could do polka dots, checks, whatever you like. Just to add a little something, something, you know. Okay. Like I said, I'm keeping it simple. Now I'm going to take some of the Glitterific and shake it up. This is fun. Using the same brush, I'm just going to dip in here. You can see it's kind of like a, it looks like glue, but there's like glitter in it. It's so pretty, like when it dries. And I'm just going to add some of that to the star here and there. This will dry clear, so you'll just see the glitter. Need a little bit more. I love glitter. This is nice too because it doesn't get all over the place. It's contained in the fluid. So it's already sparkling. I'll put a little down here. I don't know if you could see the sparkle. It's fun. It's just fun. We're almost done with this. Okay, so now I was gonna add some snowflakes in the background. I have an option here to stencil on some snowflakes. I got these stencils on Temu. You get so many of them in a pack. I don't remember how many, for just like $1 or something like that. Then I came across these Sticko Snowflake stickers that I had picked up in Hobby Lobby a million years ago, and they've never been used. I think I might try them. So let's open those up and see. I hope they're still sticky. My stash, I gotta go through my stash. I have so much stuff. I don't even know what I have anymore. I'm sure some of you can relate to that. If you can, let me know. I need to do an overhaul of my studio for real. And if you like my content, please like my video and shoot me a comment. If there's something you'd like me to paint. Yeah, these look cute. These are super easy to do. Kids would love to do this. I'll put a little round one up here. I'm thinking I might put something up top. I don't know yet. I'll just stick them around wherever randomly. These sparkle too. There's like little blue ones and white ones. There's even just little dots. It's a good find. And they're sticking, so that's good. They are working. Let's see here. Put one down here. Maybe one over here. Just wherever you like. These little dots are nice too, so. Very cute. Kind of festive looking, isn't it? Okay. You can even use the backs of your brushes. You have different size brushes. You can make different dots and just dip in your paint and dot if you want to do that. And I'm thinking about what to do up top. I wanted to put something. I am going to put a ribbon in here instead of the jute cord that was in there originally. But it should probably say something. So let me see what I have in my stash. I'll be right back. Okay, so what I did was I attached a ribbon. This is ribbon, Crafter Square ribbon that I got from Dollar Tree. It is 5/8 of an inch. It's pretty. It looks kind of like candy cane-ish. And what I did is I just attached it to the top. I just tied 2 knots in the back for my little door hanger. I wanted to be able to go over a doorknob or hang on the door. And what I want to do is I'm going to take my Posca pen up here. I'm just going to freehand Be Merry at the top. So if you have letter stencils or iron-on, the transfers that you can rub-on transfers, that's what I'm trying to say. Rub-on transfers, feel free, or just leave it plain, or you can put flowers or, some sort of greenery up here. Let's see, how am I going to do? So I'll start here. And I'm just going to do a simple little Be Merry. All right. The one last thing that I wanted to do. I wanted to go a little darker here with the Posca pen. Pull out some of the folds there. And I think I'm going to, this is still a little wet. It is, but that's okay. And the last thing that we're going to do is I'm going to get my little round brush. And I'm going to take some white paint. And as I say, smile and sign it. And that concludes our project. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe and like my channel. And if you want to know when I post, hit the bell. All right. Thanks. Bye.